You're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. There's no question today's game could be defined by the passing game. The Browns are #1 in total pass yards, going up against the Rams, who will have to be at their best to slow them down.
We're just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Cleveland Browns. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. Over the middle, complete. It's Graves. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. From midfield now, here's Griffin. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. So the D-line's going to spread out. To throw is RG3. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. Again, it's Kamara. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right, number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns have taken the early lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
On second down, here's Gone. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Here's Goff. And got him in. It's Woods. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. On the counter, here's Kamara. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Out of the gun, Goff. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. 3rd and long. It's gone. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Goff on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And out of bounds right around the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And Zerline's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Second and 10. Once again, Griffin. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
On first down, Griffin. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
Throwing again, Griffin. Steps away to his left. Got his man, Isaiah Crowell. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Griffin. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Throwing now, Griffin. Griffin on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Samson Abukum, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now Griffin on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Third and long. It's Griffin. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They run it again with Kamara. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, here's Griffin. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Graves. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. First down carry now for Crowell. Quick feet by Crowell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Griffin, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Rashawn Perriman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. On the counter, Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Again, they run with Gurley. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And I can see why they're ranked 4th in the NFL against the run. I mean, they are tough to move the ball against. I mean, they have a little bit of everything, right? Run stoppers inside, guys who can make plays outside.
We've seen them shut down running games already this year. They're at it again. The Rams on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Goff. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. To throw on second down is gone. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Goff to Watkins for a Rams first down. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. Here's Goff. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is knocked down from the side. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now gone. His throw incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And that is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
From the gun on third down, Goff. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be knocked down sideways. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Here's Goff now on second down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's under pressure again, and down he goes again. Danny Shelton in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now Griffin firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Now Griffin on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Griffin. Throw left side, complete. That's Graves. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd and 1, Griffin. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now it's Griffin. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Graves. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. On first down, Griffin. This will be caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashad Perriman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On second down, here's Goff. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now today.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Danny Shelton in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And taken right on the 30. There he goes left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss-hit the ball and kick it right to him.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Goff now to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Adrian Claiborne in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
3rd and long. It's gone. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a first down throw. Goff. He gets it to Gurley. Complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
On 1st down, Griffin. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Throwing again. Griffin. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Griffin. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll field this at the 5. Rivers free. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. First and 10, gone. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A huge play that time for the Rams. 42 yards. On first down, gone. Open man right side is Cup, complete. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Try to pound it in, Kamara. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So the pigskin will move from the 2 down to the 1.
And I have not met an offensive line yet that doesn't think they can get it in from the 1-yard line on a running play.
Second and goal as the offense looks. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. But he will not get into the end zone, and that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Griffin going to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
To throw is RG3. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they're operating in the red zone. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. First and goal here from the 9. Now RG3. His pass caught at the 4. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Throwing now is Griffin. Being chased out left. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through.